Meat bicycle!
Hello everybody, welcome back to another top 5 guide here on Borderlands the pre-sequel. This is the series where I pick a relevant topic or category within the game and then bring you guys my top 5 list of things to do with that category. So today we're going to be carrying on the top 5 guides, and I'm actually going to be bringing you guys my top 5 you should drop a legendary list. Now a bit of a vague title that, but basically I'll explain it right now. These will be bosses within the game or characters that you come across that you can shoot and obviously kill that do not have a legendary loot pool. Now some of these only have unique drops, some do not drop anything at all, and it really frustrates me because a lot of bosses in Borderlands 2, nearly everyone you come across actually have drops, but in the pre-sequel they don't. So I'm going to bring you guys now my top 5 list of bosses that I think should drop a legendary and why. So without further ado, let's get on with the guide. So my pick of number 5 is Shame, who is actually in the Cluster Pandora region of the Claptastic Voyage DLC. You're told to come down to this little mine in the Chips Data Mining Adventure mission. Now not only does this guy not drop anything, he's actually not respawnable either, which I thought was really strange. Because this is quite a long area to come to. They had a good opportunity to make him a farmable mini-boss, but the fact that he's called Shame ties up well with despair and self-loathing from Subconscious. And I just thought the fact that he's not only, you know, do they have a 2 designated legendary drops, Shame not only doesn't drop anything, he doesn't respawn. So that is my pick for number 5. It's Shame from Cluster Pandora in the Claptastic Voyage DLC. So at number 4 we are in the map Elysia, and I've actually come down here to farm the Opher Superior. Now this is a special type of Opher in the last part of the game, just before you actually go up to fight the Sentinel. Now not only is this Opher a lot bigger than the others, she actually respawns 3 times. So you kill her and she respawns straight away, you kill her again, she does that 3 times. Now she does have a purple skin drop in her loot pool, unique to just her, but the fact that she hasn't got a legendary in her loot pool absolutely amazes me, because she's such a unique and special boss, and possibly the last big thing you have to kill in the game before going into the Sentinel. So I just thought the fact that this is the opposite side of the map and just before the Sentinel battle would have been a brilliant opportunity to actually give her some kind of legendary drop, but she doesn't. So at number 4, that is Opher Superior. So on to the next one, number 3, I've decided to go for Deadlift. Now the reason I've chosen Deadlift is the first boss who drops a legendary in the game is Flame Knuckle, but he is not farmable. Once you've killed him once, you actually have to move on to the story. Then this is the next guy you come across. He does have a unique blue weapon drop, which is obviously the Vandergraffen, but the fact is that between actually getting the Nukem from Flame Knuckle to the next legendary in the game is really far down. There's a lot to do before you actually manage to get the chance to farm another boss for a legendary. So this would have been a perfect opportunity just to put this one guy here, the first farmable boss in the game, right here, but they haven't, and it amazes me really. And he is a pretty tough enemy at any level that you farm him with, unless you're seriously overpowered. So yeah, I think they missed a good opportunity here. It's a great little arena and a great tough boss. Would have been good to have a legendary in there. So at number 3 I've decided to choose Deadlift. So my pick for number 2 is returning to the Claptastic Voyage DLC, and we're in the map Cluster Overlook. Now you're meant to come here to take on this huge great big thresher, a bit like a digital version of old Slappy, and yeah, his name is the Denial subroutine, and he is a great big boss, probably one of the toughest bosses you'll come across in the Claptastic Voyage DLC, obviously apart from EOS and Eclipse battle. Massive waving tentacles, big guy, couple of waves of a couple of parts of actually killing him where he'll go back down into the ground. You have to take on a couple of waves of enemies, things like that, and at the end of it, no legendary drop at all, which is absolutely amazing, because this is a seriously you know, tough boss, and I just think that there should be a legendary in there. I'm amazed that there isn't, because it would have been a perfect opportunity to put one in here. So yeah, at number 2, I've decided to go for the denial subroutine. Still to this day, I cannot believe they didn't put a legendary drop with this guy. When I first saw it, when I first played this game, I was like, holy crap, this is going to be a battle. But yeah, at number 1, I've decided to choose the ship RK5. See, straight away, look at that. Downs me, just like that. It's not an easy battle, this, at all. Unless you've got a seriously good corrosive weapon, this battle can go on for a long time. But this is RK5. Now, I will say, I didn't prepare very well for this. I didn't have any ammo hardly, and any corrosive weapons weren't like that on me, so it does look like I'm not killing him, but I can kill him a lot quicker with the right setup. But it's a huge flying ship with massive health, seriously impressive, you know, guns and things like that. Loads of enemies around. It's in its own complete little map before you head down to the run to the final boss, and there's just no legendary inside. That's absolutely amazing that they didn't give this thing a legendary drop, and that is why it's at my number 1. So yeah, number 1 is RK5, and I'm just still flabbergasted. I don't use that word very often, but it's absolutely crazy, and yeah, that's why it's made my number 1 on the list. So I probably didn't explain that last part very well, but yeah, I hope by my actual shocking, just not knowing what to say about it, actually puts into words how much I can't believe that thing does not drop a legendary. But that is my number 5 for 3, 2 and 1 list of bosses in the pre-sequel that I think should drop a legendary weapon. This is quite an interesting one, really, because it's always good to know what people think. So please put yourself down a list in the description below, in the comments section, sorry, and let me know any number of bosses that you think should drop a legendary as well. I'm really interested in seeing what people actually think on this topic, subject, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, anyway, that's another top 5 guide here on the pre-sequel. That was top 5 you should drop a legendary. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.